Good evening, friends. Uh, Sorry we are very late with this. We were running into some technical difficulties. What else is new with our streams? But we're here. We're nope. I'm not gonna finish that one. Um,
I am.
we we're here with another session of Corporate Crash Course. Um, I'm joined by three of my friends this week. For the first time, we've been playing Vaesen, and we are going to be playing more Vaesen. You can see we've got Mike, who is not on camera, Chris, and Zoe. Say hi, gang.
I've returned. Hello.
I thought I would dress up as my character this week.
Yes, the
yeah.
spaceman
The
in
spaceman.
the 1850s. God, that's
Exactly.
anachronistic. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna keep moving.
Let him live his dreams of being a spaceman.
An 1850s spaceman.
Yeah, the classic
Is-
1850s spaceman.
Does he have to wear
You
one
know,
of like
Steampunk
the
space
massive,
travel.
massive
Cut.
metal diving suits with like the giant metal head?
Have you
Yeah,
played
that
Outer
or
Wilds?
No.
it's just all burlap sacks and he doesn't realize he just looks like a scarecrow.
and the only way they could think of getting to space is putting a metal tin can in a giant cannon and just firing it straight into the sky to see what
Pretty
happens.
much, literally, yeah.
Just puts a gun pointing straight up, can on top, shoots and hopes that it's gonna blast it off.
We need more gunpowder.
Okay, well, like I mentioned, we're gonna be playing Vaesen. Last time we had a pretty big session, I would like to say. And though, I mean, since we have a new player here, Chris, we're gonna need somebody to walk you through the adventure we have been going on so far.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
We came to Canada, found tiny little people through the rocks. Mike shot one in the face. It blew up. Oh my god. We skedaddled out of there because we were on a time crunch to get to Toronto. So we went there.
They seemed pretty
And
happy
then-
about it, though.
Let me tell my story, Mike.
Sorry.
So we went to Toronto. We got a castle. It's great. There's a butler. There's a chef. Hands off the chef, though. He's mine. Then we went traveling. And then there was a mine that was missing. But don't worry, we found the mine and we didn't get eaten by the man that seemed like he was going to eat us yet. But we still need to figure out how the mine got to where it is because it's not where it was. It got picked up, crushed, and dropped somewhere. And we're at the place where it got dropped. We need to figure out what dropped it. And also, is our buddy going to eat us?
So let's zoom out a little bit here and basically say that so far Zoe and Mike's characters, Ingrid and Egil, have been effectively co-opted by something known as the Society, and they have been sent to Canada, tasked with effectively opening and running or helping to maintain a branch of this organization, which has typically been a European installation in British North America, which is a new expanding colony and such, and blah, blah, blah. Now, the Society deals with myths and legends and folklore of peoples within different areas. Tries to help with issues that arise from the changing world. We're taking place in 1850s Canada. It's a time of great migration and industrialization, and it's putting a lot of strain on parts of the natural world. And so, in a way, the natural world is responding in various ways. And so Egil and Ingrid have so far seen 2 instances of different situations where they've had to help resolve some of the tension created.
I forgot to mention that there was also the first encounter was there was a dude that nobody could see, but we could see him, and his sister really wanted us to marry the man. We didn't marry him, but we did get to go to the wedding when he found someone to marry.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yep, there was the wedding.
Sure
Mike
was.
shot a guy in the face.
Mhm.
Not at the wedding. This is a different
Which,
story.
which was a different one.
Oh, okay. So not
The wedding was
shotgun
fine.
wedding.
Yeah,
No.
no. The wedding went out, no hitches. It was fine. Other than the bride and groom getting hitched.
Yes, and most recently they had been tasked with going north from Toronto up to the Bruce Mines, which is a city or town, sorry, located on the northern part of Lake Huron, up near Sault Ste. Marie. Because yes, a mine had gone missing.
They misplaced it.
The hole's still there. It's just all the structures on top.
Yes, like a tornado had taken it, but left no debris or anything like that. And so
I don't think it was a tornado.
And so, effectively, last session, they met a lovely native man named Defago who took them up to an area known as the 50 Island Water, because he's
friendly and nice.
Yes.
I wanted to help us.
And I believe had told you that he knew where the mine was, or what was it? Yes.
He told us a story of how a building just appeared in the area, and we wanted to go see it. And when we saw it, we identified it as the mine.
Perfect.
I feel like this is the second campaign I've taken part in of like a mysterious building and some shenanigans going on.
Well, that's really the best kind of mysteries.
Yeah, where was Ingrid all this time? Maybe she burned it down.
What?
Could have been.
Why would I burn something down?
And
that's very unlikely.
Like to find out, check out our YouTube channel.
I don't play with fire, guys. I don't know where you would get these ideas that I would mess around with arson.
No, of course not. So you guys went up there, and then the night that you were there, some pretty spoopy stuff went down.
The bleeding Wendigo.
Defago might have changed, might not have. I don't know. But he suddenly seemed back to himself and said that he told you guys that he had seen the bleeding Wendigo.
Yeah.
And that's where we get to pick up from today. You guys are both at camp in the 50 Island Water.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I guess Chris stumbles out of the woods, because why not? We're going to make this happen.
I actually just add a bit of a twist. Just before you see my character stumble out of the woods, you hear somewhere from behind the trees just like okay, all right. And
Is he doing drugs?
Another one.
Yo, is that the sound of drugs?
you
1850s drugs.
He's on the snuff,
On the snuff.
And you see just a guy stumble out of the trees. Okay, all right. Sorry. I did not see you there. Hello. I was just checking for. I was sniffing for clues. I'm a detective, so
Clues for
looking. What? Yeah, I got a bunch of cases happening here around this area, so it's.
How many cases?
It's like like about this many. It's a lot. It's
Are you
top,
on the case of the
top
missing mind? Because that's kind of our case right now.
You know what? I think that might be one of them. That's definitely one of them.
I want to look at
feel
this
like
guy's arm.
that.
Which one? Which arm?
I forget which arm did we find?
Oh yeah, I don't think we
it was a
checked.
left arm.
I want to look at his left arm.
I'm assuming Chris's character still has his left arm.
I got both. That's why I was doing the counting thing.
He looks at both arms.
Just imagine Egil just grabbing his arm and stretching it out and looking at it.
Gets really
I
close
don't think it
to
was
it.
his arm.
So yeah,
At any point, did you have two left arms?
Well,
And
I mean,
misplaced one of them.
as far as I could tell, nothing gets past my eye. I'm pretty sure I was born with just one left arm and also a right arm and
Do you know
legs.
anyone who may or may not be missing a left arm currently?
Not really. No. I mean, I've
Be
seen it.
on the lookout.
Okay. I'll be on the lookout. I was gonna say the only person I know is a guy who lost his pinky in a bet, but that's a whole story. That's something else.
No, I think we've
But
got time. We can get into that.
God says from the clouds.
Oh my God, God!
Was that
Hey-
another
hey,
voice from
Egil.
the clouds?
I think this man's trying to steal our case.
No. Hey, I'm a professional. I don't steal. I do collaborate though. So if you guys are needing some help, and I just kind of, I just flash open a wallet quickly. It's like, the name's Jonathan Gools. PI. Very
Ooh,
I don't think
Yeah.
he's.
is that
it's
Mike?
a
I
family
don't
name.
think he's
So
human.
You don't think he's human?
I do
Why?
not. Well, that last guy we saw wasn't human.
You
Hey,
mean the guy
Mr.
who's
Ghouls,
still standing right there, who you're talking right in front of, who's
Yeah.
very unsure what is going on right now?
Hey, Mr. Ghouls, if you were to describe yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being very much human and 10 being very much not human, where would you fall on that range?
well, as I said, I'm very much human. So that'd be 1 for human. I could tell considering I can eat, breathe, and other recreational things. That and of
Like
course.
Wendigo can do those things too.
Mm. Do you ever find yourself wanting to eat the arms of another?
No. Do what?
No, I think he's clean, Eagle.
All right.
Yeah, no, I'm totally clean. I'm clean of anything. I'm clean of just a clean, healthy life.
Just the
As
cleanest of men. Got it.
cleanest of men.
Speaking of clean, what do you look like?
Right.
Speaking of clean, are you?
Right. So yeah. So you see, before he's just like he's got a yeah, I think trench coats are still a thing, or some kind of coat, 1800s
Yeah,
coat
it'd
with
be like a duster.
yeah, got a top hat, hair's a bit frizzled. Uh, a guy who looks like he's just barely trying to keep up appearances, doing his best.
Are you sure he's human? He doesn't look like he spent 2 days traveling out here.
I mean, it's mean, I kind of lost track after a crazy night. It's part of a case. Just one of my many cases that I'm working on. Say the case you're working on. Does it have any rewards to it? Any cash payments of sorts?
You trying to get a cut at something?
I mean,
If you're already on this case, wouldn't you already know about the rewards?
I no, I am. I'm trying to get a refresher because again, so many cases. You're like
Well,
trying to like bounce some. I do also a little bit of volunteer work, so I'm trying to make sure this isn't one of those volunteer cases. So if you could just
if
try
he
to
knows
refresh my
about the
memory.
cases, he probably got sent by the council, right, Ego?
Yes.
Probably, or
He says he was sent by
possibly.
the council.
What's his name?
Frisk?
Uh,
Jago.
Jago.
it's actually Jonathan Gould's.
Do you know Jago?
Yeah, Jago. Me and him go back like
Ah.
a while ago. Like I remember, like
You hear that, Ego?
when we
Jago didn't think we were cut out for this.
That's what it sounds like.
see
We're gonna have to
that's
prove
classic
him wrong,
Jago.
right?
You know,
How are we gonna deal with this, Ego? Do we
I think
feed
we can
him
just
to
safely ignore him.
just ignore him?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, Mr. Gould, but we're going to have to continue our day as if you're not here. We have no say or control over what you do, so you know, if you want to keep looking at the case, I guess you can, but try not to listen too closely at anything we say or get a little too close to us, okay? Because we're still investigating. But we're making the executive decision to ignore you for now,
well,
so that you don't
May
you know
steal
what,
our.
also want to ignore any voices in the sky or people who look like they're not wearing their skin properly.
Yeah. If
Mm.
there is anyone who does look like they are wearing skin as a suit, maybe don't engage.
skin as a suit. Ignore. Got it. I
Also,
think you
if
could do.
this guy sitting over here says he's hungry, don't go anywhere alone with him.
Oh.
This guy sitting over here would really just like to point out to everybody that his skin is not looking like a suit, but fair enough.
But if his feet disappear, also, don't comment on them and just get away from them.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Keep distance. Don't feed him. Don't talk about his feet, and
Yeah.
keep away. I think I can
Sound
manage
like
that.
I'm a dog.
Try and keep track of your left arm around that guy.
Well, I've grown very fond of this arm, especially having it my whole life. So,
That's
all
a
right.
long time to have something.
Mm.
Well, I guess you were gonna tell us about the Wendigo, buddy? That you saw last night? Mr. Gould, try not to listen too closely because this is for our case, and we really can't have you interfering with our case. So
I'm just saying, I'm a pretty good detective. So, you could always, if you need my help, I understand like being a new guy here, like you want to, you don't want to give away all your trades and secrets. I get it. You want a trust thing, but just I'm here, so I'll be the observer for now. But if you need me, I'm just right here.
It's right here, just right over here. Just don't even worry about it.
Defago, Wendigo.
I mean, I don't really
Have I
got a
raised my
ton.
rifle yet?
What?
I'm going to do that now. Sorry,
what?
I'm just going to raise my rifle as this is happening.
Okay.
To what?
Oh, this is escalating a little quickly here.
Where are you raising it to?
Yes,
Decided to
Jocelyn,
ignore
he is on the
Gould, so I
space
guess
station.
that.
We told Mike he needed to give his character a top hat, and he blatantly refused. So he is
Classy
choosing
for that.
to be anachronistic in this game, not the rest of us.
Mike is joining us from Mars right now.
Mm.
It looks like his screen is frozen, but I swear he's just moving at a different pace than us because of the distance.
He has
Very,
the
very
great
close.
skill of not blinking.
hmm You don't need to blink in space. It's the same as like gravity. It's just gone. You don't need it. Your eyes are just always hydrated. Facts. Don't bother fact checking. It's 100% real.
No, don't worry about it. It's all good.
fun.
Yes, the Wendigo. Like I said, yes, of course. I mean, I don't really know how much there is to tell you about it, other than I was seized by this
Mhm,
this great urge, this hunger to uh, to to commune with the beauty of nature and the ever loving peace of wandering. Um,
mhm.
it came to me. Um, it's sorry, I'm laughing because DSZ and Jocelyn
Yeah.
are talking to each other through chat, even though I assume they're in the same house right now. Um, but that's great. Um, so yeah, no, it came to me right outside the tent after it called my name. It started, showing me the what can kind of be achieved by giving yourself wholly over to the uh, just the beauty of of nature and whatnot. I mean, yeah, it was just it was quite the experience. But then after I walked with it for a little bit, everything kind of went black, and then I'm back at the camp. So just I figured I had a nap. I don't know.
Can we
So
see his
last
feet?
night, yeah,
Yes, and he has his feet,
you
Yeah.
didn't have feet. You just had little nubbins where feet should be.
but
How did you
but,
get your feet back?
but my feet are right here.
Exactly. How did you get your feet back?
I mean, my feet were never gone.
Okay, so last night your skin was very loose. Like it wasn't your bones inside it and something else was in there. How did you get your skin back to normal?
He kind of Devago kind of turns to Eagle and is just kind of like, is this like a woman thing? Like this isn't like she's asking some really crazy questions, which make literally no sense to me right now.
No, I'm fine. I've already had my lobotomy.
So what?
I'm clean.
I'm thinking this for modern medicine.
Eagle, you're gonna have to talk to this guy. He's giving me nothing to work with here.
I don't know what you're saying. I'm just telling you. Look, I went out and I communed with something and fell asleep and woke up here fine. And my feet are still here. I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean you communed with something?
Well, like I said, I opened myself to nature and the great hunger of seeing and experiencing all of the beauty which it
How come you were
has.
communing in the same tent as us while we were sleeping?
No.
Doesn't
That's
that
why I
feel a
was
little weird?
outside of the tent. I
Um,
mean, I don't know why I was scared of it before. Like,
Before what?
well, I mean, there's always a lot of stories about what the Wendigo and the it being this malevolent, malicious creature of great evil and whatnot. When really all it was nature and Yeah. Used to hear stories and thought I had, you know, heard of it before, and it seemed downright terrifying. I mean, nobody wants to turn into a terrifying creature that seems reminiscent of themselves, but that didn't happen to me. So I think it must just be, it must just all be stories,
Is there any way I could tell if he's lying or not?
I think that's your observation empathy skill, isn't it?
Yeah, you could do that. So you're gonna roll observation empathy. So you can take the two values for that skill and attribute, add them together. That's the number of dice you get to roll, and sixes are a success.
Okay, skill and attribute. So I got 2 in my attribute for empathy, and I got nothing in observation.
So you're gonna roll 2 dice.
Got it. 5 and a 4.
All right. So no successes. But I mean, like, you're a detective. You look at people and judge people for a living. The dude seems sincere.
Okay. I'm gonna chime in and like, hey, so I know I said I was gonna be ignored here for like kind of the start of our case, but I mean, from what I could tell, I mean, just putting in my 2 cents here, like, uh, or 2 pence, wherever, whatever currency you deal with, it seems. I mean, he was pretty sincere about it. I'm not gonna lie, at least from what I could tell. It's just my theorem. I'll stay silent again, but just wanted to chime in. So you guys can continue on.
I am going to pull out my crystal ball, and I would like to see Defago's future.
Okay.
1 success.
Okay. You pull out your crystal ball and you sit down in the snow, and start to
Mhm.
reach out
The
to
future.
the spirit world,
Mhm.
and you begin to see a picture forming.
See it?
It is a courtroom.
Oh, foreign court.
You hear a gavel being hit on a large desk, and you hear a judge saying, "Mr. Defago, I do not care that you try to, uh, possession by any kind of malevolent spirit is not grounds for insanity in a murder investigation, good sir. You will be judged to the fullest extent of the law in this here God's country, and currently the evidence, as displayed, will best has best illustrated that you did here kill this man or the man in cold blood, and as such you will be hanged to death." And then you're out of it.
Sounds like he's going to move to the southern states and murder someone.
That did sound.
I'm just
When
a
I was
simple southern judge.
in this vision, did I see, a flag of sorts to give me an idea of where we were in this courtroom?
There was still snow on the ground. It was still Canada.
Okay.
Just
Hey,
a southern judge that transferred to Canada.
yeah.
Well,
People
you know,
travel.
Defago, you killed that guy there, eh?
Oh yeah, no. So now we're out on the
You're
East
gonna
Coast.
hang for that, eh?
Hey,
Sorry.
that's what it sound like.
We told you
your
after the
story.
first time, you kill 3 more guys, and we're gonna hang you. We told you. We warned you.
So, hey, Eagle, the Fogos go kill a bunch of people and go to jail. We should stop him. Thoughts? None? Okay.
We-
Excuse me, Mr. Ghoul.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
you're
gonna kind of-
a detective of the laws and such. Do you have
Hmm.
means of restraining people? Perhaps?
Restraining people. Let me check my pockets here.
Maybe like to stop them from doing potential murders?
Let's see. Binoculars, magnifying glass. Not gonna talk about what's in that pocket.
What?
We got a revolver. I mean, would a revolver help? I mean, I could have made them.
So, in your line of work, if someone were to have a vision of the future and see that somebody was going to, do some murders, what would you do?
Nah, that is a good question. Well, not often I deal with the potentials of a criminal.
What if somebody saw that future murderer eating an arm the night?
Oh, I mean, that would raise suspicions. I mean, uh, yeah, I don't think that's normal. I'm gonna put my detective skills to use as a man of the law. Uh, well, a detective of the law, just in any capacity of law. I'm gonna
This
say,
man's unraveling.
He needs
Excuse
another
me, I need to
bump.
go behind this tree again for a second.
Yeah.
It sounds
You
like
know what?
in the when you see someone pretend to be something they're not, and then somebody asks them to do the thing that pretend person is supposed to be able to do, and they're like, I don't know what.
I mean, you just
That's
met
the
the guy.
energy
Like
I'm getting
he
here.
says he says he's a detective. He flashed you a card.
Yeah,
Like he's got
I
to say
did
something.
briefly see the leather, so
I would like to ask the Foggo what we heard call to him this morning.
Oh, well, that was the Wendigo.
what's the Wendigo's name?
Why did it call to you?
It calls to each of us when we feel the drive to explore.
It hasn't called to me.
Well, I
Or
mean,
Ingrid?
that's your own. That's
We feel the drive. We're
It may have
exploring right
called
now.
Mr. Ghoul. I don't trust him.
Mr. Ghoul, have
Yeah,
you
it's-
ever felt the call of the Wendigo?
Can't say I have, no. I mean, I looked through a window. Never heard the call of a Wendigo. But that's about it.
Gotcha.
Can you call it back?
Hmm.
Oh no, I mean, I can't call it back. That's like trying to, you know, call back the wind. Like
Hit star 69
it
that shit.
doesn't listen. It doesn't come at my command. I can't control it.
I mean, you sure you can't ask it nicely? I mean, just like, please,
For
Mr.
all I
Wendigo.
know, I might never see it again.
You can't do the thing you did to get it the first time again?
I didn't do anything to get it the first time.
Can't just like try and recreate that? Feel the vibes again?
No?
Mm.
Like what?
I think
Why?
Hey,
Why
we
do you
cancel
why do you
the
guys
day.
want Why do you guys want it so bad?
What do you
That's a
got?
good question. Let me ask my my coworker, my companions here. Why do we want it back?
Maybe we should look for the rest of that left arm. You know, maybe the whole body it was potentially attached to at one point.
That's a good idea.
Where there's an arm, there's a body.
Ooh. Oh, I get had it. Can I do a seance with the dead person that is the rest of that arm? If that arm is dead?
I don't see why not.
Crystal ball!
But we don't have the arm.
But it doesn't say I need it. I can contact the dead, so I just call out to their spirit. Oh, spirit of the left arm! Speak to me! I got no
Does an arm
success.
even? I was gonna say, does an arm even have a spirit in
You're
it?
getting a very overwhelming feeling
So on the failure, I'm
of-
given
of
inaccurate information. I'm
wanting
attacked
to be
or I
attached
suffer.
to the body, which it is now understanding that it is not attached to, and very much upset about the fact that it is no longer attached to a body.
Oh my word.
You're getting a lot of
Distress,
arm thoughts.
anguish, the pain. Oh. a lot
I
of
take it
horrible
not good
things.
news.
It's not looking good for that left arm.
Mm.
It was neglected, and now it's in so much suffering and pain. Honestly, I can't talk about it any further, guys. Maybe think about something. You guys, I need a moment.
Well, I guess with that, I guess we could. I guess we could also try to search for this body. Like, where was the arm exactly in terms of
In the
was it
snow
here? Was it?
over there, and I just gesture in her general direction behind me.
Ah, yes. I think that narrows it down. Yeah.
There's probably tracks in the snow still to where it was, right?
Ah,
Well,
sure.
it was
That's-
right next to the
I don't know
mine.
that book, DSC, but I am interested now.
I hear the Wendigos call my name.
I didn't know there was a book about it. um. Well,
How
I
do we
mean,
begin heading
again,
back to the arm?
To the arm.
to the arm.
And I'm going to ask Defago to come with us.
Yeah, sure, no problem. I mean, we should probably be going back to town at some point, but all right, you guys want to mess around out here for another day? No problem.
We'll go to town at some point
No, we won't.
for your trial. What?
As you guys are walking out through the wood, Defago is kind of like, I had the craziest dream. Well, when you guys were saying that this whole thing happened, and I remember being around this area of the woods, but it's probably just because I've been around here so often and stuff. Yeah, and yeah, you find where the arm is, and it's an arm.
When were you last here, Defago?
Well, I mean, I was tracking around here like a month ago, I think, last time.
Hmm.
Tracking what?
When did the mine go
Well,
missing?
moose and stuff.
Mine. Mine's been missing for a while and no one wanted to go. It was. We didn't ask. We just have that it was missing for a while.
Because we had a month after we learned about this case before we came up here.
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm going to
Yes.
take out my magnifying glass and examine the arm.
It is an arm,
Mm.
which is turning more and more frozen as it has been kind of left to the elements. There's a good portion of it that has been eaten away from the looks of it. Actually, to give you the full extent of it, the arm looks like it has effectively been torn out. So the viscera kind of around where the shoulder would be is very it's torn and mangled. Um, the the portions that have been eating are kind of eaten around like the forearm area. It looks like it has been um, mauled by like a dog or something. Um,
Or a Wendigo.
but the so it's eaten basically down to bone from about the wrist up to about 3/4 up the forearm.
Okay. Oh, this is a very messed up sight I've seen. But yep, that's definitely one mangled up eating arm there, from what I could tell.
Ifago's just kind of like standing there with you guys, like, what is that? How did you guys find that?
It was
Saw
just lying around. What do you mean? How did we find it?
How did you know it would be here?
The arm?
You guys walked here with purpose. How did you know this would be here? Are you involved in this somehow? Did you kill somebody?
Did you?
I'm gonna go over to where he was munching on it by the tree,
Yeah.
and I want to see if there's any signs of. I want to like brush the snow aside and see if there's any signs of disturbed ground or anything.
So no, there's no disturbed ground per se. I mean, the arm had been mostly buried in the snow. Um, the ground underneath it is not has not really been disturbed or dug into.
I want to begin circling around the area, looking for signs of humans. Broken branches or broke or cut branches. Maybe charred wood on the ground.
Okay.
Maybe packed down earth that represents a trail.
So it had been snowing yesterday while you guys were like canoeing up
Yep.
to the area.
Mhm.
So a lot of what you're looking for is fairly covered. You can't find anything like charcoal on the ground or whatnot. Um, you're seeing some cut branches and whatnot that seem to follow down what look to be like obvious human trails through the forest, or whether they're human or kind of made by moose or whatnot. It's hard to say. You've been told in town, and you know from town that it's a decently popular moose hunting area.
Mhm.
So it's not necessarily surprising. You're not finding anything really out of the ordinary, and it takes you kind of about
Well,
now around the total island area.
Defago, I know the last time you were here was about a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Last time you were here before that.
I don't remember. Maybe a couple of months before. I mean, I spent a lot more of the summer helping some of the families moving onto the reservation, not too far from here. So I didn't really get out and do much hunting over the summer. So maybe there's a good, I don't know, 2 or 3 months since I was here last before the last time.
Okay.
Okay, so angle alarm, possibly a Wendigo. I'm trusting you guys. There is a Wendigo. Again, just having just gone on to the crime, and a suspect that having trouble remembering. This is quite a pickle.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you're saying. I'm having trouble remembering anything. I didn't do anything.
What time of day is it?
It is getting on early afternoon now. We'll say it's about 1 p.m.
Well, I don't see any signs of where this arm came from.
Mm.
And it is getting late. Maybe we should just make camp.
Yeah, trail has gone cold.
Feels risky.
Well, I mean, can we just go back and use the camp that we had already set? That's still there.
Oh, you guys already have a camp. That's perfect.
Well, yeah, that's basically where you found us. Did you not notice the tent and fire and stuff?
Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry, mine was preoccupied with cases and work, and it's got a lot on my mind as a very well sought out detective.
Okay.
Do I don't super trust that he's not gonna, go loose skin on us again, But I don't have anything to restrain him through the night.
I mean, you don't need to restrain me. I'm.
I'm not talking to you, DeFago.
No. Okay.
Right? Ingrid and I will step away from Defago.
Just like you guys keep forgetting that I'm here or something.
I'm whispering. Stop eavesdropping on my conversation, DeFago.
I don't know if that's a good job of whispering. Sorry, I don't mean to criticize.
Hey, no one asked you either, buddy. I told you not to perceive me.
All right, okay. All right, sorry. I'm backing off. I'm backing up a little bit. Just still here though. But just keep it.
Once
trying to
they've
help.
backed off, or we've left, do we not want this thing coming back? We have to figure out if it's dangerous.
It's for sure dangerous.
Well,
Ain't no way it's not dangerous. But if it comes back,
we're still here.
I would prefer a controlled environment.
Hmm.
What if,
And
hear me
how
out,
do you? Yeah.
we take Mr. Ghoul's jacket, his lovely duster, and put it on DeFago and tie up like the arms around him so he's like, swaddled. See if that helps.
Can't hurt to try.
Swaddled.
It'll make me feel better to swaddle him.
All right.
so that he cannot leave. I mean, he could leave,
Uh,
but he has no limb use.
Oh, I mean, all right. Well, if we're gonna use my jacket,
You're not here.
Suddenly he's standing right here in the conversation. You just slowly wandered over.
Literally walked away.
you,
Still
you just
standing
can't
right
help but
next to
slowly like just sidle in, just be like, "What you guys talking about?"
Just slowly just acts as if he was there the whole time. And he was like,
Wait, but if
"So,
you're
just
here,
a sec."
who's keeping an eye on Defago? Is Defago still there?
We took.
Yeah, he's just sitting down, like on like a stump.
Hey.
I don't know.
Hey, Defago,
Hi,
you want to
Defago.
start a fire?
Sure, I guess so. Or are you guys gonna go hunt something to eat?
Yeah, get working on that fire.
Okay. Weirdo.
So-
And he starts doing it.
Mr. Ghoul and I will, after he makes the fire, because that would be nice, will restrain Defago, and if you want to look for a meal for us, Eagle.
All right, I'll go out and
Unless-
find something to eat. A couple of rabbits, I guess.
Well, what was this? What was this about restraining Defago? I'm not on board with this.
I told you not to eavesdrop anymore, Defago.
Well, no, I assume you guys finish this conversation and then go over.
No,
and
we're not
like,
finished the
okay,
conversation.
Mr.
I
Defago,
interjected
we're
for a
going to-
moment.
We're going to
Stop
we're gonna
listening to
bind
me.
your
Yeah, we
hands and
finish our
feet.
aside conversation, walk back over, and say, okay, once he's done, we'll tie him up right in front of him. That's why we came back. Right, we're in front of him.
Why does Defago just keep eavesdropping on us like this? It's so rude and
On
unprofessional.
top of the
Yeah, exactly. If anyone should eavesdrop, it's your fellow compatriot here who's not a part of this case. You're sorry. I got a little bit of distance. I got.
So, well, I guess me and Mr. Ghoul will hang out while Defago makes the fire, and after we get a little comfortable, I guess we'll make some plans for restraining him. But I guess we'll let him eat first, so we'll restrain him at bedtime.
Just you guys you
So-
feel the need to restrain me. That's kind of weird. I don't know what you're talking about.
So we had a vote, and I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just for your safety because your feet disappeared last night, and it was stressful. We were worried for you. You started wandering in your sleep. It's very cold to be walking out here with no feet. So we're going to, for your safety.
What? That doesn't sound like me. I wouldn't do something like that. What are you talking about?
I know, but you were having some night terrors by the sounds
Well,
of it.
okay, no. Well, what evidence do you have of that? I'm right here. I have my feet. What the heck are you talking
Defago,
about?
you want us to tell you the real reason why we knew where that arm was? Because I don't think you can handle the truth.
I mean, I would prefer if you told me how you knew that, because then I would,
You-
understand.
You, in your sleep-like trance and your lack of feet, wandered out there and you ate that arm.
No, that doesn't
Yes, you
sound-
did. I saw you do it with my own peepers.
I don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't.
Hey, if you
I
can't
wouldn't do
remember what you did last night, you can't tell me you remember not doing that.
that. I didn't. I was sleeping last night.
Yeah, sleep eating some man's arm.
No,
Two
who
witnesses.
does that?
Two.
No,
Two witnesses.
I just go. I just like quickly lean over to Falgo. I'm like, listen, buddy. To be fair, I've had nights where I've had like quite a bit too much to drink and some other things, and I've flagged out too. I get it. It's fair. It happens to the best of us.
I don't think you do. You're not being accused of eating somebody like a random arm. What are you talking about?
Fair, but I was accused of eating someone's sandwich, and they were not happy about it.
Defago, look. The Wendigo spoke to you. You did some weird shit last night. For your own safety, we feel better if we're able to keep an eye on you, and having your arms solely restrained would make us feel better about your safety.
I don't think Then I'm
DeFago,
like,
I had a vision. You are
oh,
going
great.
to be
Now you have
arrested.
vision. Okay, yeah, I need to. I
Don't
believe
hold on now. Don't you judge me.
You're the one who's coming in here telling me that apparently I walked around last night and lost my feet.
You didn't even
and,
walk. You
and
floated.
my
a little.
skin got all weird and messed up.
Yeah.
And then I ate somebody apparently, even though
Mhm.
you and your other witness have no evidence of me actually doing that. So like, how am I supposed to believe that? And then how am I supposed to be okay with you then coming to me and being like, well, we don't feel safe, so we're going to tie you up? Like, if it's this big of an issue, why don't I just go sleep in another tent then?
No, because then we can't keep an eye on you. So here's the deal: we will not restrain you, but the sleeping arrangement will be me, you, Egil, and Mr. Ghoul. You're going to sleep horizontally in front of the door, so if he leaves, he will step on you, so you will wake and alarm everybody.
Whatever.
Well, I kind of don't like to be stepped on in the middle of the night, but I guess I'll take up that.
Nobody does, but
Okay.
you're on door duty. If he wakes you up though, when we go back to sleep again, you don't have door duty again. It'll be a rotation.
Rotation. Got rotation.
Yeah. Deal?
Any
and I put my hand out to DeFago.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
Does he shake my hand? Okay.
He
I was
shakes your
like,
hand.
hold on, does he just not shake? Does he leave me hanging?
No, he shakes your hand.
Okay.
Is his hand still there?
His hand is still there.
Is it
Are
growing
there any
fur?
rabbits around?
Sorry?
Are there any rabbits around?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's tons. You're able to find dinner, no problem.
Just before they start dinner, it's like, okay, hold on, I just gotta use the tree behind there. I just gotta lead the lizard as they say. I wander over and
It's a
just
lizard.
hear like
Yo, is he doing tree drugs?
Once I drop off the rabbits, I'm gonna go back to the tent and lie down.
all right.
Okay.
Hey, Eagle, just so you know, you're sleeping on the side. I'm sure you heard me.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard it at least, so you know.
Yeah. If you heard me, he heard me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will eat and then just stare at DeFago until he is ready for bed.
Sure. He stays up and tends to the fire a little bit and is trying to chat with you about stuff, being like, so
He wants to chat.
I never really got the chance to ask you guys, where are you from originally?
So No.
Sweet. I've never
What?
heard of. I don't know where that is. But tell me about that. Tell me more about that.
No.
No.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Hey, you want to tell me another story about the Wendigo?
sure.
Okay.
Well,
I put more wood on the fire.
well, the stories from the tribe are talk about the Wendigo being a powerful force of nature. Um, it's been known to call men to the uh into the embrace of the wilderness and um to What am I trying to go with this?
I don't know. It's your story.
And to basically become one with nature and with the bitter winds of a winter's night. Um, they've been known to uh lure members of the tribe out uh beyond the bounds of the group, and then they're never seen from again. Um, until having my own experience, we've always thought that they just kind of get eaten or whatnot, but
What if they do the eating?
I mean, I suppose it's possible.
Mm. Yes, very possible.
It's
I guess
been
that was a
described,
fun story.
as many different things. Some people, some tribes some members of the tribe I've spoken to say that it's basically just an ethereal spirit thing. Some people have described it as a gigantic humanoid with, a weird, like, deer bones jutting out of its head and skin falling off of it, like looking like some kind of gigantic emaciated corpse.
Oh yeah, you don't say.
I mean, I didn't really see anything of it last night. It seemed to just be like a coalescing of wind, that helped keep
Does
me running on.
in the stories, does the Wendigo come to you, or do you become the Wendigo?
Well, I mean, if you take the stories in more of a, less of a literal sense, he can be seen as man becoming the Wendigo, I guess, if you really want to think about it that way. But,
Yeah.
it's we've always thought of it as a real thing. It's hard to say.
Yeah, something to think about.
A little bit, yeah. It's a
Yeah.
very interesting point of view.
Almost
Yeah.
as if I saw it before.
Oh, okay. That's a weird way to put it, but okay.
Yeah.
I once saw a man thrown out of the window.
All right. Finally, I guess Defago goes to bed. This is getting weird.
I will go to bed as well, sandwiching Defago between me and Egil. And I will watch
and
to
that
make sure
The
that
people coming
we'll
back
follow
into the
the
tent, I'll
instructions.
wake up and begin my watch.
All righty. Oh,
So Egil will spend the night minding the fire and keeping an eye on the tent.
I
He's
like
gonna make sure we stay warm all night.
the sound of that, sir.
And then suddenly a Wendigo appears. And it's not Defago.
what a twist.
And there's a
That's
one-armed
cool.
man running towards the tent.
Have you guys seen my arm?
I didn't kill my wife.
Give back what you've
Okay.
stolen.
Buddy, the fugitive.
Eagle, you're sitting there tending the fire, and you're hit in the face with the smell again.
Oh.
Can't tell where it's coming from or anything. It just seems to suddenly pervade throughout the entire kind of clearing where your tent and your fire are located.
I'm going
And
to
the
call to
Wendigo takes
Defago.
Mr. Ghoul.
Ifago is snoring
Oh, no.
peacefully in between the two other bodies in the tent.
Does it smell bad enough to wake us up or no?
You say that Mr. Ghoul is lying across the front of the tent?
He should be, unless he moves around in his sleep.
I'll go over and kick him.
Supposed to be right blocking the doorway.
You're gonna kick Ghoul?
Not hard, but like, hey,
Okay.
Nudge him with your foot.
yeah.
Just son wake up of like, I did take the squirrels, I swear.
Can't see, but I'm gesturing to my lips to be quiet right now.
It's hard to do that with the spacesuit on.
Something's here.
Is it the Wendigo? Is that or what's here?
I think so.
I'm peaceful.
And I look just to see if it's Defago, if he's still in the tent.
Is the smell still here?
Yep. Oh yeah, and I guess Mr. Ghoul has never experienced that before, so that's a fear test from you, sir.
Oh wow.
Because
Okay.
It smells bad.
very bad. Yes,
It's
How
so
do
bad
I
that
do
it's
it?
scary.
just straight up terrible. You pick what is it, empathy or
Or logic, I believe.
logic? Yeah, and you roll that that skill for that. And if you get a 6, like you get a success, it counts as a success.
And you get reminded repeatedly that no one can see your dice when you make the roll.
Yes,
In some cases.
Okay.
this is when you
Alright.
mic and roll 3 failed fear tests in a row.
People are telling
Alright,
Mike.
well, I'm gonna go with my strong suit of logic here, as a logical man, and we'll see how this goes.
Roll them dice.
Okay. I do have 1 6,
Yeah.
and the rest is 4 4, 2 5s, and 3.
Okay, so with the 1 success, you're able to keep yourself under control. It's a smell like rotting leaves, rotting wood, vaguely
Rot.
sweet, but then also with this very acrid undertone of like sweat. And yeah, it's pervasive through. Well, you're smelling it now, even in the tent.
Kind of
It's almost like so
running
bad you're
through the
having
locker
trouble
room.
trying to like fall back asleep.
Oh God, where is that?
The Wendigo.
No, they smelled so bad.
I am going to call out.
Okay, what are you gonna?
I'm not sure. Hello?
Okay. Nothing. Nothing responds back.
Show yourself.
We sure we want that?
Okay. Give me 1 second. Am I reading this wrong?
It stabs his arm right through your back, taking out your lungs.
I think I would need you to make a roll with vigilance logic, Mike.
Okay.
Mm.
Vigilance logic.
Yeah, that would make sense.
In classic fashion, that is no success.
No.
I think I'm using those 5-sided dice by accident.
The wind picks up.
That you are cheating just to fail every time.
The wind picks up and rustles
my
the
secret.
leaves in the trees. And Eagle swears he hears something call his name just outside of the circle where your camp is.
Does Ghoul hear it?
Ghoul hears the wind through the trees, rustling the leaves.
This is like the military now. We only refer to you by your last name.
Fair.
We're on last names only kind of terms right now.
Oh, that makes sense. Kind of a windy forest here.
Mike, what is Eagle's response to that?
I will take a step in that direction, but I don't want to leave the light of the fire or the view of the tent.
Can you... I'm going to get you to roll observation empathy for me, please.
Excellent.
I can't tell if that was sarcastic or not.
It was, but I
Good.
did roll a success.
Wow.
Oh.
One of my 2
So-
dice was a 6.
So you take a step further and you notice just beyond kind of the firelight, the kind of the line that's created by the casting of the light beyond the trees. You notice some of the light reflect off 2 eyes that seem to be inset into a very large animal frame, and you realize that it's the large 8-foot tall moose that you had seen before. You recognize the king of the woods, and as you notice it, and it kind of has turned and looked at you, it then turns and walks further into the darkness.
King of the forest. Come back for us.
You know what? Is it still walking away? Is
Yep.
it still in range?
Do it.
Yes, but it's hard to tell specifically how far it is because of the fact that it's darker beyond the light of the fire.
I'm just going to raise my rifle and fire.
Get him.
Okay. Well, go ahead. Roll.
Yep.
Normally for that, it's ranged combat
Got
precision.
so many dice.
I keep making you roll till you roll some good successes.
I like your optimism there. Only one success in all of that.
Nice. You fire at the king of the forest in the dark, and you think you see it go down, but it's hard to tell because it's dark.
Mike, when we saw the moose before, did it smell?
No, that was miles from here, down near Perry Sound.
Yeah.
Also, did the gunshot wake up this fog, or is he still sleeping?
He kind of like
Probably wake me up.
his eyelids kind of like flutter open slightly, but he closes them and goes back.
I will get up and come out of the tent.
This is the guy who was weeping in the night last night.
Yep.
He's not roused by. I'm going to reload.
Okay.
I will pull out my dagger for safety.
And I will hold out my revolver at the ready.
For safety.
For safety, of course, and investigation reasons. But mostly
Yeah.
safety.
Investigation purposes. Flashes. Wall again.
As
I am a
Ingrid-
detective after all.
As Ingrid comes out of the tent too, and realized that the smell is present, it
It's still there,
disappears
right?
instantaneously.
Oh,
It fears me.
Well, I guess I don't worry about a Wendigo tonight.
I'm gonna leave the firelight and go
Okay.
see where I fired my gun.
Okay.
Put a stick on fire.
Actually, I say leave the firelight. I'm gonna try and like make a makeshift torch out of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thing.
You can make a torch and you can bring it with you.
Yeah, just so I can see what I'm doing out there.
You walk out to it, and where you saw the creature go down, you actually find you find a like fully rotted moose carcass. Basically nothing but
no.
bone left. You only really realize that as you get kind of, 5 feet from it. Prior to that, it just kind of looked like a vague shape.
I'm gonna call out again.
Okay, and say what?
Are you out there?
Okay. You still get no response.
Did this thing leave any tracks? This moose?
You don't see any. No, there's definitely none that seem to follow where you would have thought it had walked.
Yeah. I'm gonna go a bit further.
Okay. You still don't see anything.
Okay. I'll go back. Once my torch begins to die down, I will go back.
Okay.
It was here.
Oh, Luciano was in Tobago over there, or is he still? Are we still considering a suspect, or is he just off limits now that we have a Wendigo out there?
He's done murder, but for sure ate an arm.
Hmm.
But we believe he was possessed by the Wendigo.
So,
Wait, why am I telling you
Yeah,
this? I'm supposed to be ignoring you.
I don't think
oh
you
well,
can.
sorry. I almost forgot about the rules. Don't mind me. I'm just still an observer for day one. Just my first day here. I get it. I get it.
It's my first day.
I mean, not
Day
first
on
day
the
as a
job that I
detective. I'm a
hired myself for.
I'm a professional. Just I mean, my first day with you guys. So just I get it.
What do you guys want to do?
Oh, apparently
I
I
was
can't.
back to doing what I was doing before.
Sleeping? I'm going back to sleep.
I will also go back to sleep as well. Hope no
Okay.
one to go. Show.
Nothing else happens the rest of the night. Sun comes up.
Defago's still here when we wake?
Fargo's still there, sleeping like a baby.
Crying like a baby?
Nope, just sleeping.
And Ghouls has woken up a little early, take a walk around. In the distance, you just hear like and just lovely morning, guys. Lovely morning. Feel
Like,
refreshed.
you imagine he's just snorting sugar or something.
It's just
Flour.
allergies.
Yeah, it's
Take
a
a
lot
little
of
pulse of
forestry.
just flour.
I
Rated
would like to go
shot.
and look at where the moose was last night.
Still there. There's a moose carcass in the same
The
place.
carcass is still there.
Yep.
Rod.
Is there a bullet in it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, so it's rotted down to basically bone, but you can
Yeah.
see in its rib what looks to be a bullet hole.
Not so much for breakfast.
I'm gonna get some sleep.
Fair enough.
Defago wakes up, yawns, and is kind of like, "So we go back to town today, guys? Like, what's the plan?"
So, Defago, you remember that arm we found yesterday?
Yeah.
We kind of really got to find the body that used to be attached to.
Okay.
Jesus.
But like that's we're not good at something like that. We gotta go. We don't have enough
What do you
supplies
mean
to
we're
just
good
like
at something like that?
have a long term situation out here. You know.
You told me you were getting supplies that whole day that I didn't get to hang out with you. I asked for
I mean,
stories. You walked
sure.
away from me in the tavern.
But like, no, we only needed enough supplies to come up here for like a day or two. We're running
What
out.
other supplies do we need? What
What?
supplies have we used?
Food.
No, we've
And-
been
and
eating
oil and
Eagle's
stuff?
food. He's been getting rabbits out the wazoo.
Okay.
I mean, I could use a drink soon. Like get some ale in me. Oh, right. Sorry. Still get it first. Are
Nope,
we
we
going
love
my first day or
in the
first?
woods. We're staying in the woods.
Oh, okay.
He agrees. Right?
Oh, my turn to speak yet? I agree. We're
He
sticking it out
agrees.
in the woods.
Mhm.
We're
He doesn't need
roughing
comforts
it.
and luxuries.
I mean, it would be nice, but yeah. No, we don't need it. None of
Yep,
it.
yep.
None of it.
See, what other supplies could you need, Defago?
All right, fine. You guys want to hang out here as long as we can?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hey, where'd that moose come from, Defago? And I point at the dead moose carcass.
I mean, I don't know. Looks like it's been there a while.
Wasn't there yesterday.
It's a moose area. Moose die around here. What do you want from me?
And rot overnight?
I don't remember where every single moose carcass is that I've seen in my general vicinity all the time.
Tracker.
Okay. So yeah, is the overall goal for everybody is we're gonna find the body?
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
go find us a body.
Well, then I say we call it there for tonight, because I'm not prepared to do that.
Wow.
And,
He
then
doesn't.
we'll
He's
go
trying to
from
hide the body harder than he hid it already. It's the mine all over again, where he knows we're onto him. He's gonna move it.
But we found
He's
that
gonna have
mine.
the window go, come in, and move that body.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, to you.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, thanks to those of you who continue to hang out with us here. This has been a very interesting session of Corporate Crash Course. And on behalf of myself and my friends, you can find us at Corporate Crash Course on YouTube and Twitch, or CCC RPGs on Instagram and Twitter. And we'll see you next week, when we try and figure out where this body's gone. Until then, see you later, gang.
Bye.